I really truly believe that my son has an eternal soul. And it's how to describe this. You can say, here's his diagnosis, here's all of his medications, here's all of the delays he's going to have, developmental delay and this and that delay, and he's nonverbal and yada yada, and he can't lift up his head and whatever thing. But he would look me in the eyes, and nobody could tell me that he was not there. Like there, he had this gorgeous sparkle and intensity to his eyes. You can maybe even see it in that picture. That's a screenshot, by the way, but we love that one.
He was smiling because I asked him, I had this little, I took the phone, I turned the camera around so that he was looking at himself. And I said, do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? I said, do you know who I said, I know that you know who your mom is.
Yeah.
You know who your dad is. You know who your brother is. You know who your sister is. And then I said, you know who your kitty is. And he smiled. Right
like, in that moment, it just, but everybody who came in the room to hold him, they would have the same experience. Like people would say they felt like they were like communing with God himself. Like they would look into his eyes and he would just lock eyes and he would just so generously he comforted me. He really did. Like it's impossible to describe that. I mean, in any type of materialist terms, but he was there. And I remember someone said to me, he'll tell you, you just listen and he'll tell you when he's had enough, or he'll tell you. And I'm like, he can't tell me anything. His brain doesn't work right. He can't, he's a baby, he can't talk and he'll never talk. And then, but when I learned to sit with my baby and really pay attention to him, get quiet and look into his eyes, he told me everything I needed to know to take care of him. And you can't know that. You can't you just have to experience that. And I'm really, really grateful for him. I remember someone else said their trisomy 18 baby who had passed was their greatest blessing. And I remember this was in the early days. And I remember thinking, how can you say that? This is so incredibly painful. This is a tragedy. But I see now why they said that. Like I experienced Vigo as my greatest blessing. And it's just, I guess that's what I would say about the spiritual evolution. It's one thing to say you have a religious belief or a religion. It's another thing to sort of have an experience like this that can only be not just explained, but actually experienced in the heart.